We'll follow the electrons in this Birch reduction. So we generate the electrons, and then those electrons will add into our pi system. So here we have an electron adding in, and we choose this location. I'll contrast it in a moment. So that pushes electrons all the way out to here. So now we have the electrons out here and a lone electron here. And now those electrons will pick up a proton from the alcohol we had present, and that places the H on our ring. Then we're going to have another electron add, half-headed arrow. Did I do a double-headed arrow there? Half-headed. And we'll get a lone pair here, a negative charge. And that will in turn pick up a proton from our alcohol, and we'll have our reduced carbons 1,4 to each other. Now what I'd like you to notice is that this tertiary anion is right next door to a partially positive carbonyl carbon. So that's fairly stable, having the negative next to the positive. Yes, it's a tertiary anion, which is not the most favorable, but putting it next to a carbonyl means I can even do another resonance form and push electrons out that way all the way to the oxygen. And so that helps to stabilize the negative charge and makes this a positive or a good pathway. As we had back here with the tertiary anion next to the partially positive carbocation, partially positive carbon that we could borrow for resonance. So this is the preferred pathway. Let's contrast that with adding the electron in the other possible position, which is out here. That will push the electrons out this way. We'll have our negative charge. That will pick up a proton and give us the reduced carbon. And then we'll add in an electron again, just one electron, correcting this one, not two. And we'll then have a lone pair on a tertiary carbon again, but this one doesn't have the opportunity to be stabilized by a carbonyl. So this is not as good a pathway. This would be a higher energy pathway, and so thus a pathway less likely to be taken. We'll pick up the proton, and that gives us our reduced carbon. But this will not be the pathway we take because this is not as good an intermediate.